Hello and welcome to Ragnvald the Powerwork Builder. Today, as you can see by my wonderful shirt, we are going to do the next 4 issues of Build the Knight Rider. So, we're going to hop right into this, and obviously it is from the folks at Fanhome. I think the last time I looked on their website, this was no longer available to build. I could be wrong, but just pop over to fanhome.com, and if you don't see it on the website, then it's part of their past collection for right now. And maybe it'll pop up again later sometime. But for now, we're going to get into the build of this. I normally have the dust cover over kit, but we're gonna be needing him to work on. And here's that beautiful dust cover. Now, Powerwork Upgrades has discontinued the dust covers as of last month. July 31st was the last day that you could get one of these. So these are no longer available on Powerwork Upgrades. They are beautiful for keeping the builds dust free while you are building them, but sadly they are not available anymore. And normally I've got Kit's little scanner nose up here blinking away, but as you can see, I've got the Dodge headlights up there. The reason why is because we're going to be working on this nose. We finally get to put the other 3 fog lights into it, which I really don't understand why we couldn't have just done that, in a real earlier episode. Why we had to wait till 81 to get the other side, but that's the way it was. That's the way it is. But anyways, we'll be putting the fog lights in here and closing this whole thing up and getting it ready to go on the car. We'll also be putting the turn signal closeout panels on it. I have not fixed the chipboard problem with this, so it'll always be on unless I decide to, try to fix it. But if I do decide to fix it, I'm gonna have to take the car apart, so I can switch that wire back over to where it's supposed to be. Right now it's in a unused slot that always leaves this on. So anyhow, I hope y'all doing fine. We are going to get into issue 79, which is the headlight activation mechanism. So I will have to get the main shell of the car down so we can actually install that part. Right now I've just got it sitting up there until I need it. My little Little table's not big enough for everything. So, we'll start out by taking this piece and take this little gear and looks like we're gonna slide that all the way on. Just trying to. Okay, so yeah, it does kind of have like a shape, you know. So it only can go on one way. And it looks like and there's a little tab on here. I'm trying to figure out which way that they want that little tab. Looks like that tab goes on the back side because you're going to put a screw, I think right here, and that's going to line up with that tab. So we'll put this on here like that. No, I think this has to slide up a little bit because I think they want the screw in front of it to hold it on. Okay. So I just had to kind of push that up a little bit more. That still doesn't seem right. Because this notch on it doesn't look like it's on the top. Because you can see there's like a R. There's an R on it right here. And that piece that sticks out looks like it's on the bottom of it. And it looks like it's the other way around too. So you like that. Because alright, this picture's not doing any justice on that. No, it does look like that piece goes to the other side. This goes on this side. Well, if I had the internet, I'd probably watch the internet to figure out how to do that one little piece. But I think based on looking at the photo, that piece is on the bottom. So we'll hope that's right. And then we'll take the other end of it and we'll put this on the other end with the L facing down. That way when you turn it over, it says left and right. And so I need two AM screws. And I'm actually going to look in my little box of tricks for AM screws because I mean I know they come in each pack, but then if you use the screws that are in every pack, you're going to wind up with a messy box full of spare screws that you'll probably never use. So instead of opening up a package that has 3 of them in it, I can just get one out that has only 2. Yeah, let's see. My favorite little screwdriver. Alright, get that one in. And like I said, I hope that I've got this piece on the right way. I guess the screw is just to hold the gear in place. That's what the book says. It's supposed to just be an anti-slip screw. Okay, so now we're gonna have to get the body shell down so we can work with that. Not the lightest thing to pull off the top of the shelf up there. There we go. You don't need to see the rest of the car. Alright. So flip this over. And don't worry about the hood there. I kind of watched a World of Wayne video and I attached the hood to the car just for storage purpose. But it's not, I'm not to that stage yet where I'm supposed to put the hood on there. It's just a storage hood position for the moment. I didn't want it to fall off the car while they was in between builds. Okay, so we need to position this. And if you wish, you can apply a little lubricating oil to indicated areas of the engine bay with a cotton swab. Well, I don't really have a cotton swab, so I can't really do the oil trick. Not too well, at least. Let's see. I think. Okay. Position the headlights and headlight drive rod into the post in the center of the engine. Okay. Let's see. So, okay, so the screw side goes over here. And then, you'll take, looks like these little brackets. That's right. There's a little R on that one. It says right side and left side. So you'll put that there, and you want to use 4 GM screws. So I tried to be kind of neat with all these screws, but I kind of gave up on it, I think. So I'm yeah, there's 4 GM screws right there. You know, I think I'm going to get a little oil to help go into that metal. Little trick World of Wayne always does. I don't always do it, but once in a while, if I get to the point where it doesn't seem like the screw's gonna go in, I'll just take it out and I'll just use some oil. Now I know others will just kind of put it in and back it out and then put it back in, but I like the oil method. It just helps get it going in there nice and smooth. All right, so that's the left side. Now, maybe I should have also taken some advice and only put them in a little bit at a time. So that way I'm not getting the other side too out of whack to put in. We'll just well, that just doesn't seem like that's going in there the right way. Yeah, this is the left side of the car. Ah, the rod slipped out of place. There's two circles on the right side of the rod, and so you got like two circles, and they have to be on either side of the screw hole for this to be able to screw in. And somehow that rod just slipped a little bit. Alright, I gotta loosen. I guess you can't really have these too tight, because then the rod's not gonna move. That's not the way it's supposed to be. Because, again, that little tab is just, in the way, it seems like. Because this bar is supposed to be pointing that way. With that anti-slip knot screw on the top, it looks like. Alright. Yeah, now that moves. Okay. Yeah. Alright. So now our next step is check that the drive rod rotates smoothly. Well, I guess that's about as rotate as it can get. Okay. Now the fun part is attaching springs to these little bits. So we got a left bit and a right bit. And okay, so then the spring will attach to this side of the left bit, and the same for the right. And then that's held together with a AP screw. Okay. So then when you're done, it'll look just like that. Had the little spring on there. So then we'll do that with the right side. Grab one of our little springs. All right. Then we'll take those brackets and hook them to the car with GM screws. So we'll take the right bracket, and there's two little dots right where my finger is. That's where this little spring bracket goes. One's actually a lug and one's a screw hole. Alright, so that bracket's on there. And then we'll use our other GM screw to get the left one on. Making sure that the back part is in the lug. All right. Now the fun part is trying to attach the springs to the headlights. Right now the headlights are, can kind of do their own little thing. Let's see. So we want to attach the other end to the headlight with the AP screw. And they want it to go over the bar. Go over the bar and under the light. That's kind of weird though, because see, this picture shows it going like straight down, and then that one shows it going over. Using pliers, pass the spring behind the headlight drive rod while folding down the right headlight assembly. When the headlight is folded down, the spring is affixed. Now that's what they say to do. So you push this light down, and then you pull this around the rod. Unlike what it shows in that one there. So let me just get my tweezers here. Well, this is going to be fiddly. You know what? I think what I'm going to try to do, instead of fiddle with this dumb thing, I think I'm going to I'll take this off, and I'm going to put this onto the headlight first, and then I'll wrap it around, you know, the way they say to wrap it around, and then put the GM screw in. I'm going to try that and see if that works. Because every time I use the tweezers to pull this thing, it always pulls it, but then it springs back because I lose the connection. All right. So that's like that. And then they want to wrap the hinge around the light. And then pop it up to here. So much better. That worked so much easier. See? Yeah, that's the way to do it. Just put the GM screw in last after you've put the spring on the headlight. Then that way you're not sitting there trying to fight the spring to get it onto the headlight. Well, see if I put it like that, if I can get this spring in here better. Well, this is turning out to be very fiddly. Well, I apologize if this seems a little boring. Me sitting here struggling with this stupid spring, but just about have it, and then the headlight moves and kind of knocks everything off. I know the other side wasn't as fiddly. All right. How am I going to get this to thread on there? You know, I'd almost think that putting these hinges on would have been easier to put them on before you put the headlight on the car. That might have been a novel concept. Because I've seen some YouTubers say that. Oh, why couldn't we have put this on before this? It seems like a dumb way of doing it. But we got there in the end. All right. Yeah, see, you can even see this picture here. It shows that spring straight, but there it shows it kind of bent around. So, weird, I guess, but that's how they say they want it. And that's actually the end of 79. So now we can move on to 80, where we're doing the headlamp electric motor cover. So Knight Rider 80. And I'll have to go down here in my little box of tricks and retrieve my motor. Okay, so now, because that's what it says in the first stage, is to remove the motor. And then we'll set the motor into its little home here. There, so goes in there just like that. Right? Looks like that circle, oh no, there's a circle part on both ends. Alright, well anyways, that goes in there like that. And then check both ends of the headlamp rod are in a specified position, that the headlights are folded down. Next, position the cable motor on the front center. Make sure that the gear and the gears at the front of the motor engage correctly with each other. Okay. Oh, okay. So that kind of pushes the... Alright, so I can see how this works now. This rod pushes the lights. Okay. So that's what that motor is gonna help do that. Okay. Sorry, I just investigating how it works and making sure I'm doing this right. So now I gotta take these two pieces and I got to align the screw holes in the engine cover with the two larger, with the cover over the top and secure it. So it looks what it wants me to do is take these two pieces and basically they'll sit together, but then they'll get screwed in to the car, and it's got one GM screw in the back and two UM screws in the front. So I'll grab my GM screw. So these two things here have to line up with that. So okay. And then this goes over the top to line up there. Alright, and then I need two of my UM screws. Alright, just like that. And then what we're gonna do is extend cable and the two sections of cable along the frame of the engine bay so that the ends of the cables come out through the space next to the base of the left headlight. So we need to So we need to take this wire, run it this way, and these two wires run this way. Okay. So train that down there. Run that along there. That one goes down along there. Okay. All right, and then it says uses junk adhesive to secure the center part. Of the wire. Okay, but we do need to put some clips in. So we need to put one clip in. No, not that one, this one. Yeah, we need this one. With an aim screw to hold that wire in. All right, well that wire's in there. They're saying to put these other clip. Oh, let's see. Okay, so put that clip facing down, okay. So, tiny little clip. You want to put that with the screw hole facing in. And I need some aim screws for that. Alright. And that just holds that headlight wire in. And then I need the other bracket to hold the other side of the wires in. So there we go. Goes just like that. Okay, come on. The screw's not hitting the hole. I'm just not getting it in the hole. Well, for one, I guess I'm putting it on top of another screw. So where's my hole? That wire up under there. There we go. There we go. And then we'll put our tape back. Where they wanted it. And then that just goes right out there. Okay. Yeah, it just goes right out there, and then they've got it trailed right along the side of the with another piece of this stupid tape. I call it stupid tape because it doesn't really stick. Yeah, so it just runs like that. There you go. Alright, now it says turn the assembly over and connect the plugs and cables. and then test it. Okay, well, that's going to be interesting. So that means I got to bring the whole car down here now. All right. Kind of slide that over. All right. It's about the best I could do with space here. Let me fish the wires out here. I had them all nice and neatly tucked away, just so that way they wouldn't be in the way. So there's the motor. And there's the headlights. So let's see if this works. Well, they somewhat work. I mean, they came on at least. But maybe my spring's too tight. Something's a little too tight. Yeah. Well, they do work for the most part. I mean, you can see they do raise up a little bit. So I'll have to have a play with it to figure out why they're not really, going up all the way. I think I might have just might have them too tight. I might just have the rod for the headlights, maybe that's on there too tight, or I don't have it on there the right way, so that way it flips it all the way open. Because this is supposed to flip it open, but it only flipped it like part way. So I might have something wrong with that rod there. So I'll have to figure that out. And I might actually get some Gorilla Tape and hold those wires on. So anyways, we're done we're done with issue 80. Issue 80's done. So now we're on to 81. And we get to put the headlights, the fog lights, into the bumper of the car. So you kind of slide that off to the side there. So then we'll grab our bumper and here's episode 81. So basically we're doing the same that we did before. So take the frame and the little lens, and we'll just drop the lens into the frames. And then put them together with 2 screws, and then we'll put it onto the bumper with the final 2 screws. But you gotta make sure you get it the right way around, so that way it's, you know, nice and flush. And then we're just going to use a lot of AP screws. So, drop those out. So, we'll start out by putting 2 AP screws in each corner. And then we'll put 2 more AP screws when we put it into the bumper. So I'll have a total of 4. So there's that one. Now I'm only showing how to build these because I didn't do the build series on these from pack, I think it was pack 1 or 2. So I'm kind of making up for that. Okay, there's the second one done. And then we'll get the last one. Get the lens put on there right. The screw just kind of vanished for a second. Alright, now I'll flip the page. And then we'll stick these in there. So you'll see on the inside of the bumper, you got the slots there, just like it is on this side. And then you just put 4 more AP screws in it. I did forget one thing. There's one of these little goofy things. I did actually put it on the left side. I need to put it on the right side as well. But I need to take my screw out first so I can put that in. Now, I've got Mike Lane's grill mods in here, and they actually tell you to just get rid of those things, but I find that they can hide right behind the Mike Lane grill mods just perfectly. So, see, there's that one, and then there's the left one, and they hide right behind the grill mods there. Now I know. I think this is maybe like I think that was like a season 1 look, where he had like the grills and then the 3 lights. Because I know later on he went to, later on you saw the bumper, it only had 2 of these lights in it. So, but I'm putting all 3 in mine. Just trying to orientate these. There. I think that goes there. Because no? Well, yeah, maybe. Because the screw post is there, but the screw post is there. Well, we'll see. I don't... fit one of the... over the 2-pin show and fix. But it doesn't really say which... You know, another thing they could have done was on the back side of here, they could have put a little number, like 1, 2, 3. Just so that way you knew that you were putting them in the right way. But I could tell from this where those screws are and where I got the screws there, I can tell that that's the right way to do it. Don't think that one quite fits there. I think that one fits over there. It seems like there's a very little space there. Unless I have that one upside down. Yeah, it looks like I got that one upside down. 'Cause they do want the bigger end at the bottom and the smaller end at the top. So I just now noticed that. Okay, that one. Kind of like a jigsaw puzzle, I think. Trying to figure out which way these go in the best. Okay, that one sits there. So that one belongs there. I think this one belongs in the middle. No. No, that one goes there. That one definitely goes there. That goes there. So then this one definitely is the end one. Yeah, there you go. All right. Now I just need my aim screws again. So I can put the rest of the screws in. All right. And there is now a completed bumper. Yeah. There you go. One illuminated bumper. It almost seems like this side is a little brighter than the other. Well, maybe if you pick it up a little bit, that other side gets bright. There we go. All right. So that's that. Oh, and then we have to, the only thing we have left in the issue is installing these turn signal covers. So I'll unhook the bumper. We got a left and a right blackout cover. Oh, there's my other one. Okay, then we hold that down with 4 BM screws. And, yeah, they say to disconnect the headlight wire. And they say to plug the headlight wire in, which we already did. I'm just trying to make sure I did it the right way, though. I think, because they said the short one goes on the passenger side and the longer one goes on the driver's side. So, okay, so, yeah, this is the driver's side. And this is the passenger side. That one light's not wanting to go in to the socket very well. There you go. Yeah, it just wasn't quite going in all the way. Okay, so now I need BP screws or BM screws. Okay, that's weird. They say BM screws, but they gave you BP screws. So they must have made an error in the book. Yeah. They must have just made an error in the book. Right here on this page, it says BM screws, but they gave you BP screws. So I'm going to use BP screws because that's what they gave me. If I do find some BM screws in my little box of tricks, I could always swap them out. Alright. That side's on there. We'll get this other side on here. And then we'll get on to the last stage of the pack. Alright. There we go. Now I got the turn signal closeout panels on there. I probably should wear some white gloves so I don't tarnish the paint job. Alright, so now on to stage 81, or 82 I mean. The last issue for this month. And that's the front bumper frame and brackets. Okay, so we need to train these wires with our little wire tighty things. So it looks like the smaller one goes first. Okay, so this thing's upside down. Come on. So you want this wire to kind of bend this way. Right? No. Huh? Fasten the long part of the cable between the posts and the center. The long wire. Short wire. The long wire is this wire. Yeah. Long wire is the driver's side. Because they want the driver's side to go over to the passenger side. So you gotta kind of stuff it down in here. And there is a wire tidy clip down in there. To hold that in place. And we want to hold that in place with some more aim screws. All right. Just trying to make sure that none of the wires are really visible from the outside of the grill. Okay. And then we'll take the longer wire with the scanner wire, and we'll train that right across here. Oh, shoot. That little thing came out. Okay. That little sensor piece came out. And now it fell down here somewhere. Not exactly sure how that thing popped out when I had it screwed in there. Oh, that was an aim screw. I thought it was an aim screw. Okay. We'll get an aim screw. See if I can't put that piece back in there. Because that, without that piece in there, well, that one grill is kind of loose. There's nothing holding that grill in. Well, this dumb thing just doesn't want to play right. Huh. Didn't have a hard time getting the other one in. Yeah, this one just doesn't want to go in there, and I don't know why. I didn't have a hard time putting the other one in. Maybe I'll just take that headlight out a minute. Well, I'm going to try a different screw, because for some reason that screw is just not going in there. There. Put a GM screw in it, and that worked. Not exactly sure why the AP screw wasn't working, but it wasn't. All right. Well, maybe the reason why that didn't stay in there is because I got the... Maybe I do got the lights in the wrong place. Because I got more of a gap on this side than I got on that side. Huh. Maybe I... No. Oh. I see what I did wrong. I put the big end on the top instead of on the bottom. Go figure. I twisted the light around. Yeah, now that looks better. Yeah. All right. So, okay, now back to trying to train these wires. So all these wires gotta go this way. And it's gotta go that way. And then that's only post. It's way over here, but it says there's 2 posts on the side of the light. And there's 2 posts on the side of the light on this side. This is not making any sense to me at all. Because where they're starting to put the wire, the big wire thing is on this side, on the left side of the car. That's where the big one goes, is on the left side. So all these wires have to go that way. Yeah. They all got to go to the left side of the bumper. Yeah, they all got to go to the left side of the bumper. Because, see, they've got it upside down like this. And that's your left side. But when they flipped it over on the diagram, the left side's over here. And it was making it confusing. So now I gotta redo all this. This magazine's not being very helpful. So this wire actually should be bent this way. So that way everything goes that direction. This goes that direction. And I just broke a headlight wire. Great. No, I'm not. Well, I'll finish the video and then I'll have to repair this. I broke one of the wires. Somehow. Yeah, I'll just have to take this all apart and try to fix that wire. But oh, great. Now the whole thing broke off. Lovely. And then these wires are all supposed to run through this clip over here. As well as this red wire. Well, I knew messing around with this for as long as I've been messing around with it, I figured something was gonna break. Trying to figure out which way they want me to put this stuff. Yeah, like I said, I'll just finish the video, I'll get this done, and I'll just have to take it apart and fix that piece. So, that's how they want the wires. They say they want them to come off the left side of it. You know, and I'm not really understanding because that seems like really short. You know, it's not matched up very well. like I said, I don't know. I I think this is supposed to be even. I don't think it's supposed to be like this. I mean, maybe I even have the lights in the wrong way. I don't know. But, like I said, I'll just finish this video and then I'll screw with it off camera and try to see if I can figure out how to make this work better, look better. Anyhow, it's okay. So now, take this frame piece, and they say with it upside down, and the looks like these tabs go on the bottom. Yeah, so it sits on there like that. Okay. And then we want 4 GM screws. Alright. And then want to take these pieces labeled left and right. So this would be the right side. And you want a screw hole at the top and a screw hole at the bottom. The other two are lugs. And those are BP screws. And then this one goes over here with the no, let's see. Okay, with it like this. Yeah, that's right. And then, yeah, that's right. Okay. Just trying to make sure I'm getting the screw holes in the right places. All right. That's the end of that. So that's the end of our building. So now what I'm going to do, move the car out of the way. Set this down here. So ever gently put this back over here. My frame just got a little stuck on the dashboard there, but yeah, I just can't see what I'm doing here. Okay. All right, there you go. There's that. Whoop. His kit's nose is upside down. Huh. Yeah, one whole side that doesn't light up now. Great. Well, it's probably because I broke that one wire. Maybe because I broke that one wire, that one whole side don't light up. But there we go. That's issue 80 or 79 to 82, something like that. Yep. 79 to 82. So I'll have to sort out why the headlights don't come all the way up. I mean, I'm sure it's just a little adjusting, and I'll have to rewire that set of fog lights. But otherwise, there we go for another month. The Night Rider. I should get out of here. This video is about 2 hours long. Only because it was fiddly to put this together. I didn't realize how fiddly it would be to put this together. And I'm not exactly sure where this bumper is going to fit. I know it goes kind of on there somewhere like that. So, anyhow, thanks for watching.